Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about my e-gate landscape design. Our target design area is part of the e-gate, which is surrounded by complicated traffic ways, noise, and air pollution. While there is still opportunity to turn the terrain vague to a green transition from dockland to e-gate. Water is a key element in my design. Water influences our sense of well-being in the city. It is such a smoothing design element and compensate for urban stress, moving light to life. I want to use the element of water to create opportunities for adaptability and flexibility in a dynamic landscape. So, my design proposal is to create a multifunctional waterfront space which combines functionality with aesthetics. It's all about reshaping the relationship between water and people by creating diverse landscape experience and provide possibilities of interaction. It will also be a habitat for native species to thrive. My ideas start from extracting the four main characteristics of the water element, and I apply them in my design, which are soft, dynamic, organic, cleaning, and memory. The ecological strategy I apply to the site is cyborg in the form of water self-circulation. The water in the site mainly comes from rainfall and Yarra River, when the precipitation is insufficient as a backup water source. The underground pump releases water to flow into the site. Due to the height difference, the water becomes shallow and forms wetland when flows downstream. As water flows downstream, the root system of aquatic plants purifies the water and used for irrigation and fountain. The water pump underground gives water a force to return to the source of the cycle. With the irrigation and evaporation progress, when the water level drops to a certain level, new water flows from the water source. The basic form of the site is generated from patterns. Firstly, the ribbon-like pattern guides the direction of the flow of water and people. It also laid the foundation of that overall linear circulation of the site. The green space and event space are like green islands dotted among the ribbons. There were direct or indirect interaction between different programs to form a borderless feeling. And this diagram shows how I create diverse choices in circulation for people to experience. Landform is also quite important for me to create interesting and memorable spaces. The first idea responds to the post-COVID-19 situation to let people interact with nature and each other within some privacy. The second idea of the curve is to simulate people's imagination. The height is constantly changing to let people decide their own of making use of it, whether for seats, desks, or wall to provide privacy. And these are some analysis diagram shows how trees are arranged, the area of grass length, water body, and the circulation. I want to create a rich experience for people to explore the site by applying multiple circulation choices. Then it comes to the master plan. These diagrams tell stories of how people use the space. It also demonstrates different ways people interact with water. Flexible and dynamic space and landform creates changeable experience. More detailed perspective here shows different atmosphere traveling through the site. And here are some sectional perspectives here. This is a color palette of vegetation choices. It demonstrates height and colors in different seasons. Different height of trees and shrubs create depths in landscape and colors in different seasons, creates tangible visual experience. Then it goes to a render image of the wetland. The stones create explorable circulation and more possibilities to use the space. It also shows aquatic species choices here. This image shows the animal species I expect to thrive in the wetland in the future, and at that time, more interaction between animals and humans could be built. Thank you for listening.